Now, you may have seen this on the news. A long-running tuxedo and bridal business here in Tucson has unexpectedly closed its doors and has left some people here in town scrambling to find their formal wear before their big event.
And one local business is stepping up to help. Jason Parsons from Top Hat Formal Wear is here to explain. Jason, I'm so glad you're here with us today. So we are talking about a Tailor tuxedo and bridal.
Yes.
And their building and assets and everything are kind of going away. Will you explain a little bit more to our viewers exactly what's happening?
Well, I'm not privy to the internal details of it, other than this is something that's been going on for years and years. That they had been trying to they didn't get their taxes paid, and then it kind of snowballed. Unfortunately, what happened is a lot of people got left out in the cold, and it kind of gives a black eye to the industry. So Top Hat's trying to step up, and if we have to do it at cost, we'll take care of the people who have had weddings that have paid for their tuxedos in full. And we'll work with them to make sure that their weddings go off without a hitch.
So that's kind of the predicament that some customers are in right now. They have put money down on something, whether it's tuxedos for the groom and for the groomsmen and everything like that. And now that everything's been seized, they are out that money that they put down, and they're also out the goods that they were hoping to get. So that's kind of where you're stepping in.
Yeah. Well, what we're doing is we've actually had we have graduations all throughout Tucson today. A lot of people came in yesterday, and they were looking for their graduation stuff because they didn't know the store had closed. So they had come in, they went to a Tailor Tuxedo and Bridal, and they saw the seizure notice on the front. So they rushed over, and they're like, "Can you help us?" What we've done is we basically did most of the stuff for less than half price. We were trying to. They had a receipt saying that they had paid for the stuff in full. Got dry cleaning expenses and whatnot, but we put the stuff together and got everybody taken care of. We've had several wedding parties that have called. And they're out all of their money. They paid for everything off because they've got a budget and they've got to stick within that budget. And so the best man called and he said, "Well, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go in. We'll just have everybody wear their own clothes." And for the industry, we don't want that to happen. We want people. This is your wedding, so it's unfortunate that this has happened, but we want to take care of them. So if they come in, we'll work with them and we'll keep the price as cheap as possible so that they can get taken care of and still look good because they're still paying for the photographer. All of the other events that they've got. So we want to make sure that as far as the industry is concerned, that people, when it comes time for a wedding, they're not worried about getting formal wear or getting tuxedos.
See, this is something I love so much about Tucson and our community, you know, pulling together in a time of need. Now, Jason, this isn't something you have to do. Why are you doing this?
Well, I've been here in Tucson for 19 years operating Top Hat Formal Wear, and the industry's been very good to me. And this has happened once before. There was a place called Brides and Proms. And that was kind of the same thing. This was a little bit different in that sense that she knew she was going to close the doors. She called everybody in and said, "You know what? For every dollar you put down, we'll take $2 off." And so we had several people that went in with $1,500. They went and paid for everything. The next day they closed their doors. And it just messed up. So what we're doing is like, we'll honor the stuff from a Tailor Tuxedo and Bridal, and we'll work with them. We've got it on our website. It's up to $40 off each of the tuxedos that they've got, so that we can help them out and keep them on budget, hopefully.
So can you kind of give us a ballpark after the credit for the down payment? What are we really looking for a tuxedo?
We have a classic style right now that runs $129.95. It makes you look like James Bond, everything that you need to look good. We have a special right now that it's $99.95. If you had left up to $40 off at a Tailor, then the price would be, it's the coat, pants, shirt. There's 5 different styles of shirt, vest tie and pocket square. We carry 158 different colors. So we match David's Bridal, Alfred Angelo, Maury Lee, Justin Alexander. So we have about 8,800 vests in the store. Comes with cufflinks and studs and the shoes and socks. You're dressed from head to toe. And so after the $40 credit, it would be $59.95. And with every 5 paid tuxedos, one's free of charge. So it basically, if you'd left $40 or less, you'll be even. If you left more than that, we'll still try to work with you, but at least it'll minimize your losses so we can.
I think this is so wonderful, Jason. It's really, really nice of you to step up. And I know we keep saying, you know, tuxedos, but what about those ladies out there who had purchased gowns?
Yeah, we specialize in just the tuxedos. So the problem that we have is that we can't do the dresses, and there's a little bit of different margin. But I contacted Sandra at Laura's Bridal. Monica is there as well, and right now they're doing some of the alterations at half price, and same thing. They'll work with your budget. They understand this is a bad situation, and they'll help out as well.
I couldn't imagine. Both of us actually are planning weddings right now.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't imagine being the bride and having something, you're always thinking the worst, that something's going to happen when you're planning. And when this happens, it's so nice that somebody's actually coming in. So have you already, like you said, talked to some of these people?
We've got a lot.
How are they feeling?
There's a lot. Well, the ones that have come in, they paid for their tuxedos in full. And we've worked with them. We've got a couple of wedding parties that are going to be in July. And they've come in and said, well, they hadn't left any money down. I think the bride and groom had left a couple $100 to register the event. So we'll give them a $200 credit on the stuff, and we're getting them taken care of as well.
Well, I think that's great that you're stepping up and filling that kind of void. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to be very thankful that you're helping them in this moment.
And that's what we're here for.
That's so great. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. I know this is kind of like a spur-of-the-moment thing that happened, and you wanted to get the word out there and let everyone know.
Right. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, absolutely, Jason. And as a special offer for customers of A Tailor Tuxedo and Bridal, if you were one of the customers who paid for a tuxedo rental that you didn't get, Top Hat Formal Wear is offering a credit of up to $40 towards an in-stock tuxedo rental and $20 off any special order tuxedo by showing a receipt with the amount paid. For more information, you can call 624-6644 or log on to tophattuxedos.com.